Bikes for the World is the nation's largest bicycle reuse charity, donating more than 13,500 bikes in 2012 at home and overseas, providing affordable transportation, generating jobs, getting students to school, and delivering health care to the needy. More than 100 community groups such as faith communities, service clubs, schools, and scout troops help us collect and ship bikes. But most of these community collection points occur in the spring and the fall. Right before summer and winter, however, our donations through area bike shops surge. Because Bikes for the World is a growing ally of bicycle retailers and the cycling community as a whole, our partnerships with more than 20 bike shops in the DC area are an important part of our operation.
You know, we see a lot of bikes come in here that are beyond the economic scope of repair for someone around this area. Perfectly good bikes, they're just going to be more expensive than they're worth to fix. You know, there's still a lot of good left in those bikes.
In 2012, over 15% of all our bike donations came through bike shops. Shops see an increase in donations as the cycling season starts up and people dust off their old bikes and bring them in for a tune-up. Once there, shops often convert these maintenance requests to new bike sales.
If the customer had been more interested in fixing them, they definitely would have gone home. Or if they'd gone on Craigslist, someone would have gotten a couple $100 for them. You know, these people are like, this is what we want to do. Obviously, the feel-good factor is so much more of a pull.
It's a good idea, especially, you know, it's a waste to throw that away.
Seeing the benefit a new bike can bring the owner, as well as the benefits the old bike can contribute overseas, is a win-win with many of our donors. And there are still others, like Norm Jacobs, a mechanic at Race Pace Bicycles in Colombia, who simply purchase a new bike to be donated immediately overseas. Did I say one bicycle? I meant 10.
How many gears does it have?
Three.
Three. Yeah.
3-speed internal.
Yep.
It has a Dutch lock on it. Yeah, that's a nice, you can load a lot of stuff on that rack.
Norm bought 10 Kona Africa bikes.
I would certainly hope I'm not the only one that's donated new bikes.
It's true. Donald of Vienna, Virginia bought this new Trek at Spokes and gave it to Bikes for the World for Christmas. It was also included in the shipment to Kenya. Many of the bikes that came in through a promotion at Spokes in December were also loaded onto the container and were of a very high quality. There was even one, I think it might have been a 20. It was like a specialized kids bike.
I remember that bike too because he came in because of the promotion, because his kid had outgrown the 20-inch and he bought a 26-inch bike. That's what he wanted to do. That's how he wanted to do it.
Collecting and shipping over 13,000 bikes a year takes a huge volunteer workforce. You can see the impact just in our Lorton storage facility as it was packed to the brim in June after receiving over 4,000 bikes from Dick's Sporting Goods. And now in February, we emptied it back out for our latest shipment. During our community collection events, our volunteers compact our bike donations so that we can pack over 500 bikes into one 40-foot shipping container. This raises the value of each shipment to our partner programs overseas. When we collect bikes from other sources, such as bike shops, those bikes come to us unprocessed. This is something our volunteers help us complete at volunteer night and sometimes right before a loading, like this shipment to Kenya. Without the help of groups like Fairfax Volunteers for Change and Sasha Bruce, who joined us at Lorton for this community service loading project, we would not have had enough bikes to ship.
I got space for it.
As these bikes were processed, they were immediately loaded into the container. We finished the loading with the new bikes Norm generously donated to Bikes for the World through Race Pace. We know these robust frames will serve the rough country roads well.